All hail Biafra. This is Biafra Liberation Army Network coming to you again. Please do subscribe, like, share, and comment.
Breaking news. Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, His Excellency Ekpa Simon Njoko, announces closure of Biafran borders, bans Fulani entrance through the bushes of our land with their cows. Hear the news in detail. The Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, His Excellency Ekpa Simon Njoko, and BLGIE have announced the closure of all borders of Biafra land and ban every Fulani herdsman terrorist entering Biafra land through our forest moving forward. I want to read the news in details from the official and verified ex-handle of the Prime Minister of the BLGIE, Mazi Simon Ekpa. As you can see on your screen, this is what he said today. Press release. Those IPOB Nigerians threatening our traditional rulers will be dealt with. Those IPOB Nigeria threatening our traditional rulers will be dealt with. You may be asking, how comes? Maybe you haven't seen any video where Fulani is, making caricature of Biafra territory, claiming to have acquired and occupied some lands in Biafra land sold to him by a traditional ruler in Biafra land. And this DOS Nigeria West African Limited is using that opportunity to threaten the traditional rulers of our land. And guess what? Do you know who they are threatening? Their target is to eliminate the genuine and real traditional rulers. I'm not talking about the political Igwe, because in our land today, 90% of traditional rulers in our land today are political Igwes. Out of 100% of Igbo traditional rulers, 90% of them are political Igwes. And these political Igwes are working hand in hand with the zoo government, state government under the zoo, including the DOS West Africa Limited. They're all working hand in hand. So whenever you hear them threatening Igbo traditional rulers, they're actually talking about those genuine one. That little margin, that very little number, the remaining 10% out of 100. Those are the ones they are threatening. So let us read in details and understand what the Prime Minister is talking about. He continued, our attention has been drawn to a threat issued by IPOB Nigeria on traditional rulers for allegedly selling land to Fulanis, as claimed by one Fulani in a video. The Biafra government have taken note of this threat and will deal with any group that threatens our traditional rulers. The Biafra government has taken note of this threat and will deal with any group, be it DOS Nigeria West African Limited or whosoever, threatened our genuine traditional rulers. Listen, let me say this once again. There is a misconception. People think that every traditional ruler you have today in our land is a political Igwe. No. There are those genuine one who do not sing praises of Nigerian government and their stooges in our land, known as the governors or maybe senators and House of Representative members from Biafra land. So these are the real Ndieze Malo. Enwelu Ndieze Malama. Onwelu some part of our land today ananara azezazo. Unlike every other places where, people come nowadays to contest for Igweship. And they will go to state government house, of course, illegitimate state government house in our land to obtain staff. Now let me continue. According to the Prime Minister, the Biafra government have also watched and analyzed the video of a Fulani man claiming that traditional rulers are selling land or giving them access to land. This claim cannot be substantiated, and it was deliberately concocted so that we start attacking our traditional rulers and further creating tension in our territory. And further creating tensions in our territory. Are you paying attention? Do you understand where this whole thing is going? The Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile is letting the whole world know, look, let me say this. Biafra government is in charge of the Biafra territory. Biafra government in exile, in conjunction with the Biafra de facto government in homeland, is fully in charge of Biafra land. So any other person or group threatening, saying or doing anything in our land must do that under the Biafra government. Because Biafra land is not a banana republic where you just come and threaten people and do anyhow you like, on social media, and you think you will bring it to our land. No. You can do that on your social media platform, but you cannot bring it physically in our land. It is not possible. Biafra, I want to repeat, Biafra land is not a banana republic. If any traditional ruler goes against the laws of the land, the Biafra government will deal with that traditional ruler decisively. Let the government deal with it. You as an individual or group of criminals has no right either to threaten or do any harm to any traditional ruler in our land, be it political Igwe or a genuine traditional ruler. You have no right, because the Biafra land has a government. So let the government do the needful. You have no right whatsoever to threaten anybody or do any harm to any traditional ruler in Biafra land, because Biafra land has a government and can never allowed to become a banana republic. Not possible. And he continued, the Biafra government is hereby taking all necessary measures to prevent the anarchy by restricting the movement of foreign Fulanese cows. Pay attention. Remember the headline of this very broadcast. Prime Minister of the BLGIE, His Excellency Ekpa Simon Njoko, and Biafra government announces closure of Biafra borders and, of course, bans Fulani entry into Biafra land with their cows. Now, pay attention, because we have gotten to that very level. We have gotten to the climax of this very presentation. According to the PM, he said, what this means is that every entry into Biafra land through the bushes will be suspended from 30th of August 2024. Fulani headsmen, are you paying attention? Of course, you are the fourth deadly terrorist organization in the world. We know it. Now, this means that every entry into Biafra land through the bushes will be suspended from 30th of August 2024. Are you listening? The Biafra border, listen now. The Biafra border will be closed and no interstate movement of cows through the bushes will be allowed. The Biafra border will be closed. This is a separate statement. This is a separate statement. Remember, we are hastily moving into our 1 month lockdown of every institution representing the Zoological Republic within the Biafra territory. So now, when you hear this very singular statement that the Biafra border will be closed, this is a singular statement, will be closed, then it continue here, and no interstate movement of cows through the bushes will be allowed. Are you paying attention? This is very, very vital. Every Biafra must pay attention. Once you come across this very news, make sure make sure that you do the needful. He continued, we do not have prison to keep violators. We do not have prison to keep violators. I hope you understand the meaning of this. Fulani terrorists, I hope you understand the meaning of this. That We do not have prison to keep violators. Biafra land does not have any prison for terrorists. He continued and said, terrorists and their cows. The enforcement of the Biafra border closure will start on the 1st of September 2024. On the 1st of September 2024 will be beginning of the closure of the Biafran borders, be it against the Fulani herdsmen terrorists or against the Fulani terrorists in khaki uniform, Nigerian terrorists, not just Fulani, because we still have, Westerners, the Afonjas serving under the Zoo army. We still have even the Easterners, the Ifajunas serving under the Zoo Janjaweed. So, be it closure of Biafran borders against Fulani herdsmen terrorists or those terrorists in khaki uniform, we will see and we will understand from the 1st of September 2024.